And one of the things you've been very vocal about, even wearing a button, "We are BG," as in Brittney Griner. Why have you been so vocal about that?
One, I mean, I know Brittney. You know, I know Brittney. I know I've coached Brittney for the past 9 years through being an assistant coach on the Olympic team, then being the head coach on this past Olympic team. I know her heart. Like we roomed next to each other in 2016. So I mean, I know her. We saw her every day. I see her heart. I see what she's about, and then that imagining. Like when it happened, the first thing you do is you go to what does a Russian prison look like, sound like, feel like? And then she's there. And I just don't want anybody, and I know her, so I just don't want anybody to be apart from their wife, from their family, from their siblings, from their loved ones, from the WNBA, from our sport. And I feel for her. So I know I put this on every day. I post something on social media every day, and I just feel for her. And I get these comments underneath my post, and it's horrible the way people think.
Yeah.
Just because of what they think of her or how she lives or what's her sexual preference or what's the color of her skin, that they can be saints and gods to say, be that judgmental that you would want her to suffer in those conditions. So I just, for everyone that thinks that way, feels that way, I feel like I got to do my part to balance that out. But I know there are more people spinning this thing in a positive way and trying to get her out than the negative ones.
Do you feel like she's gotten enough support?
No, she's not out. She's not out. And I know these things take time. And I'm into. I looked at Trevor Reed's interview on CNN, and he's like, "Don't be quiet. Shout it until she comes home." And there were phases to it where, they told us not to say anything. There are phases. This phase is let's just be silent. Let's allow people to work behind closed doors, and then we're ramping up because that's a third of a year of her life that's being spent in a Russian prison. And if it was somebody else, I don't know. I mean, people say NBA players or whoever. It really doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. She's an American that's in a foreign country that needs to come home.